Taurus, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot Messenger with your monthly reading for February 2020. And today I'm going to be using the Celtic Cross to deliver your messages. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first card we have there, Taurus, and okay, this energy to me feels like you're holding back on a situation or a new job offer because you're not sure exactly what is involved with the situation, or you're holding back on perhaps on a relationship or something. You feel like you don't have all of the pieces of the puzzle and you're waiting around to get more information. And I'm also getting there, Taurus, that you're not happy with the way your plans turned out. Okay, so there's just this feeling of waiting, and also a feeling of unhappiness. You're unhappy about something. It's just not going the way that you want it to go. And then, of course, crossing your reading, we have the moon. And so, yeah, I feel like you can't really see the full picture because there's just this cloud of uncertainty, or perhaps you feel like people aren't being honest with you at this point or something. Anyway, something is missing from this picture. And I feel your energy to be retracted at this time. Okay? It's like your intuition is telling you to be very careful. Okay, and with the Lovers card here, I am seeing that this does have to do with your relationship. And perhaps you feel like something is going on in your relationship that you can't see very clearly, or intuitively you feel like there's something missing and you're wanting to explore new possibilities, or I almost feel like you can't move forward because you're not sure exactly what's going on in your relationship there, Taurus. Okay? Moving on to your recent past. I feel like this is more than recent. Maybe this has been going on for a couple of years or something, but it all started out, the relationship started out really great, and now you feel like you can't gain any traction. And so I feel like your enthusiasm kind of it's been dampened somehow. And you're not feeling the passion, and you're not feeling the excitement like you used to. Okay? Crowning your reading, we have a very interesting card. The Ten of Pentacles is very much about feeling comfortable in your family life, and also feeling like you want to create something new, because this card has a lot of magic symbols in it. So we have the Kabbalistic tree of life with the coins, and there's a magic wand there. If you can see that wand leaning against the ark, and it just feels, the energy feels like that of prosperity, but there's a lot of magic going on in this card. So I'm feeling like you're wanting to bring back the magic of the relationship. Okay, so in your near future, excuse me, we have the Five of Swords. So I do see that there's a lot of mental energy going on here, Taurus. And it looks to me like there's some kind of a roadblock coming up. And whether or not it has to do with your relationship or something outside of the home life, I do see that there is going to be a situation that you're going to have to deal with, or perhaps you're at an impasse with your relationship and you have to make a choice. But the Five of Swords energy is conflicted, especially on a mental level. Okay, so I almost feel like there is some blockage, or there's something that's preventing you from creating this magic here. Okay, in your seventh position we have the Tower, and your fear is that this relationship will go in a direction that you don't want it to go, or that it will completely change to the point where you don't recognize it anymore. But the energy of the Tower is actually a very good one, because these are changes that the universe forces on us to change for the better. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lose your relationship. It does mean, however, that it's going to change. There will be some changes there. Okay? Outer influence, the Two of Swords. The energy here is one of not being able to move forward, or you just haven't made up your mind, or the blindfold there suggests that you don't want to look at the new situation, or I get the feeling of timing in here, that there is some timing, there's a timing issue involved. And you don't want to look at what's coming or how the situation is developing over time. And you're wanting to stop this whole situation. Okay? Then in your hopes and dreams, we have joy, excitement, inspiration, celebration. And you're hoping that this is all going to turn out the way you want it to turn out. But then we have in your outcome the Eight of Swords. So, Taurus, it looks to me like mentally you have created a situation that's not in your best interest, or it's just not feeding your soul the way you need to, right? This just feels kind of like you're trapped. So let me open some cards here. I'm going to start opening the Five of Swords to see what more information I can get about that, Taurus. In your near future, the Five of Swords. Okay, so opening the Five of Swords, we have the Emperor energy. And this energy is very much about control and about forcing other people to follow the laws of society, right? But in this case, there's a power struggle. It looks like a real power struggle going on there, Taurus, with the Emperor and the Five of Swords. And the feeling here is like it's gotten to the point where you're thinking about how you're going to maintain a position of power. Okay? So yeah, a real power struggle going on there, Taurus. Let me open the Two of Swords here in your outer influence. Okay, yeah. So the Temperance card, opening the Two of Swords, is very interesting because we have two swords and we have two cups. And I do feel like you're balancing something. You feel like you have to stop the energy from perhaps rolling out of control, or you're trying to gain some grounding when it comes to your relationship, and you're wanting to bring more balance into this and just more of a feeling of harmony. But right now, you feel like the only way to do that is to hold your ground. And here the Temperance is telling you that you don't need to be so worried about that. Okay? There is another way to handle this. And also, sometimes water is very nurturing. Like even if you just take a salt bath or something, it tends to change your whole vibration for the better. And also, I feel like getting out in nature or just kind of getting a breath of fresh air would really do you good, Taurus. Would bring a new perspective. Okay. And then I'm going to open the Eight of Swords to see what's going on there. King of Cups, yeah. Again, here's this energy of water, of bringing in water to your life and bringing in more stability when it comes to your emotions. And if you see there, she's got her feet in water. And she can get herself out of these ties anytime she wants to, and she can take the blindfold off and her legs are free to move. But she feels like she can't, or perhaps you feel like you don't have the information that you need to feel comfortable or to move forward. And the King of Cups is very much reserved with his emotions. But I do feel like this is the answer here, is to bring more stability emotionally, and perhaps using water to calm the situation, and to help you realize that you're not trapped there. You can move anytime you want. Or you can create a new situation anytime you want, Taurus. Okay? Wow, very interesting. All right. So that's all I have for you today, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.